Good evening, everyone. My name is Weatherzilla, and welcome to my very first video on my YouTube channel. And today we're going to be discussing Tropical Cyclone number 9, or does it have the potential of becoming a tropical storm, and that will become Tropical Storm Isaiah as that gets up to the further coast of Florida. But before I just get started with the video, make sure to hit that red subscribe button, hit that like and share button and share with your friends and family, and hit that notification bell icon where you can receive updates on my videos. And let's see if we can't get this video up to 5 likes. So here is a 2-day forecast that the National Hurricane Center has given out, and I just want to say thank you for them for updating this and making sure that we get the best updates we can to help save lives. So here's a storm right here. It is still they're saying it has a 90% chance that this will develop, and I'm going to agree with that. I do think that it will become a tropical storm after it reaches the Leeward Islands, or once it hits the northern parts of Cuba. Now on the 5-day forecast, it's basically the same thing. Again, a 90% chance of development, and I'm still going to go with my agreement as it hits right around here. I think that's where it will become a tropical storm. So from the recon data that they did today when they went out and flew into this storm to try to find the center and find all the rotations in it, they came back with 40-mile-per-hour winds and gusts at around 50 miles per hour. So that can be very concerning for wind damage, but also for flying debris. And as the pressure, this could get where it gets real serious. The current pressure of this storm when they went out and did this was at 1,007 millibars. Which is very, because with hurricanes or with storms, you want the millibars to be down, because that's how the storm intensifies. So if this pressure continues, this could get very concerning due to it's getting closer to the Leeward Islands and causing more harm to the islands. So here's my forecast. I have it being just again another cyclone or a low pressure system right here, and right here the first one is going to become a tropical depression with 50-mile-per-hour winds. I just think that it doesn't have the potential yet, but once it passes the Dominican Republic, it will become a tropical storm with 55 to 60-mile-per-hour winds. It will become a tropical storm if the circulation closes off, as they have found strong winds on the northern part of this storm. So that can be very, very concerning. And then once it reaches here, the 65 to 70, this will either be a very strong tropical storm or maybe a very low hurricane. So here's the water temperatures in the area where this hurricane. So here, this represents the cyclone right now as it's on its current course. Water's up to its north or in the low 80s, but once it gets to that coast of Florida and the Carolinas, that's where it can get real concerning, as it is up into the mid to upper 80s that is shown here in the Gulf of Mexico as well. And just to the southeast of Cuba, there are really warm waters, so we need to keep our eyes on here in case something wants to try to form over in this little area. So here's a Sarin dust layer. So this kind of wave right here is kind of fascinating. So the Sarin dust is caused by wind picking up the dust from the desert and just throwing it over the ocean. This wave right here is a very broad area of rotation, and recon data was out now again to investigate this system a little bit more to kind of fully understand, okay, what has it done in the past couple hours and how much has it intensified. I don't think that this right here will affect this storm at all, but if it does, it will affect the northern part. As you can see here, this is not as thick of dust as it is coming off the coast. So then over here, we have a new tropical wave starting to form. We need to keep our eyes on this. Already the National Hurricane Center has said that it's trying to close off and trying to attempt to make some sort of tropical depression or tropical storm out of itself. So now we're going to look at the models. So as you can see here on Tropical Tidbits, there is very deep convection, which is thunderstorms in this, and this could be very concerning for multiple reasons. You can see this storm is just rapidly intensifying right here in the middle of the cell. You can also see that on water vapor as well. As you can see, just look how much it's growing here. Hopefully it'll load here. So you can see some stuff is starting to come in from the southeast into the storm as well, which could be something that we need to keep our eyes on for. So now we're going to look at the day 2 graph, or the day 2 forecasting. So we're going to click on here. So it says that it'll produce heavy rain and potentially life-threatening flash flooding and mudslides in the northern Leeward Islands. That's very important. The northern part of the Leeward Islands, the Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico, and the Dominican Republic. We're going to look at the wind speed probabilities here. As you can see, probability of tropical storm force winds. There's a 90% chance right where it's at right now. As you see, it's kind of starts once it kind of hits over the Dominican and the Leeward Islands. It kind of loses some of its power, but hopefully it'll start to lose more of that once it starts to reach Florida. So let's look at the arrival times. Wednesday at 2 a.m. parts of the Leeward Islands will be hit. The Cuba Friday early in the morning. Looks like the Dominican Republic might be late Wednesday night into early Thursday morning, and then Florida coming in at Saturday and Friday from 8 p.m. and then Saturday on 8 a.m. So we're going to look at the warnings here. We do have some tropical storm warnings across the Leeward Islands and the Dominican Republic. As you can see, some of the winds here are at around 39 to 45 miles an hour, which is, with those type of winds, you don't want to be stuck in that. And then we're going to look at the surface winds. So we got tropical storm watch with where this storm is, and then a tropical storm warning. So if you are in the Leeward Islands, Puerto Rico, or the Dominican Republic, you need to start preparing now and beginning to take action, because you don't want to be messing around with this storm. And then we're going to look at the forecast, or the aircraft recon from their trip from today. So here's what they did earlier. As you can see, there's kind of did a weird thing with how they're flying. When they went to many different areas of rotation in this storm. As you can see right here, a little bit right there, a little around here. There was little areas that I did see today on satellite imagery. As you main one being right around here, which is very something we need to keep our eye on. And then now they are heading out. Looks like they just started. Looks like they're picking up a little bit of wind coming from around 17.5 degrees north. Something I'll be keeping my eyes on tonight as they start to get more into details. You can see the plane is turning right here. As you can see, average wind speeds are around 45 knots, which is, we need to make sure that we're keeping our eyes on this storm. Is there any? I need to go over. We can look at some of the models here. As you can see, most of them have them going over the Leeward Islands and into, it looks like it's just going to be missing parts of Cuba, hitting the Dominican Republic, and then a couple of them have it going up a little bit to the right. I have it kind of riding the Florida coast into the Carolinas, but as a lot of them are saying, it's going to kind of go into the middle of Florida, which I don't know about that, but I'm not a professional. I'm not doing that, so that's just something cool to look at. Here's the Gfs models. As you can see, a lot of them have them going somewhere out here in the Gulf of Mexico, but as you can see, a lot of them are showing that it is going to kind of ride this coast. I don't think it's going to go all the way up into PA or New York, but I think it's going to kind of ride the coast, and then once it kind of hits the colder waters, it's going to kind of go out for and just kind of die out there in the Atlantic. But that is going to do it for the video. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you so much for watching. Thank you for seeing my videos. Thank you for coming out to see my first video and channel. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.